Hey everybody, getting my camera set up. Hope you have had a great Monday. Put my blocks on my stand to add a little extra support there. Hope that you had a great Monday. This is Brenda. I am in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Hi, it's not showing me who's on here, but thank you for joining me tonight. It is Monday night, April the 25th. As you know, Stampin' Up! Is doing their last chance for the retiring products that are going out in the annual catalog in preparation of the new annual catalog that will go live on May the 2nd. So there will be a link in the description of this video and also in the one that I will post to YouTube shortly after this video so that you can place ordering or your online orders if you want to. If there's still something that you just have to have in that you haven't had a chance to get. So get it while the getting's good. From what I hear, there's quite a few things that have gone that's already gone. So there's that. Tonight we are going to make a little project. I am in craft fair mode tonight. So I am going to create a little box for these little Dove Nourishing body creams. And going to use some paper that is retiring to decorate our box. I jumped on a few seconds late because I was trying to get the measurements right. Thought I had it and it's like, ooh, nope, still got to add 1 more inch. But I'll show you the process on how to do that so that you can make your own boxes. So that's going on. Let me back up and slow down for a second. The last chance items are going on through May the 1st. So there'll be an order link to use the host code for that. I'm doing a craft fair at Carnes High School this Saturday, I'm looking over here at my calendar, sorry. April the 30th from 10 until 3. I'll have a lot of different cards, cups with tags. I'll have some new catalogs if you don't have yours yet. Just different things. So, and there's a lot of different booths set up. So come see, support the high school. Then on May the 7th, which is the first Saturday in May, here at my home, I'll have a catalog launch. So that's going to be a free event. I'll show you some new product. I'll stop signing and use captions. I'll turn that on. Catalog launch from 11 until 1. Trying to think as I'm talking. I should have made notes for myself. That'll teach me, right? So a catalog launch on May the 7th. We'll make 1 or 2 little projects, probably a card and a bookmark. And then on May the 21st is our next card class. We had a great time this past Saturday. Let me grab the cards real quick. They are laying on my desk. If you missed it, you missed a great time. I'm telling you, we had a wonderful time. Even though I had to chase one of the cats once to grab some paper back, we still had fun. Here's one. Let me grab the other 2. It's called triple layering is what we did. Well, oh, I put it in the mail. I put the third one in the mail. So you'll get to see 2 of them. Hi, Ginger. So remember, you know my favorite layering technique. I found its official name. It's triple layering. So I used new in colors. This is Tahitian Tide, Sweet Sorbet. Let me make sure I get the right name. Yes, Sweet Sorbet, Tahitian Tide, and Parakeet Party on that one. And I use Colors and Contours. Hold it a little closer. And those are glossy dots. I love this technique. And if you'll look on my Facebook page, Becky attended and she made her own design using the same technique. She made a very pretty card using a bee. I think it might have been a bumblebee and a flower. And then we also used Designer Series paper and some of the blue foil that is out of stock. That was only while supplies last. And the stitched rectangles. Yeah, if I hold it closer, you can see the detail on the stitch rectangle. But that one doesn't have a sentiment on the outside, so you can use it for whatever you want. So, and then the other card, pictures are on my Facebook page. I used one of Brandy's designs. I love her simple stamping designs. It had, we used a piece of basic white, thick cardstock, and we used, get in the color, Orchid Oasis as a layer, and then basic white on the top. And we used the flowers from the Colors and Contour and stamped a flower and a sentiment and colored it and used Wink of Stella. So tonight we're going to make a box. I'm going to show you how to figure out your own measurements and then hopefully not make the same mistake that I did. And we'll go from there. So let me flip the camera and we'll continue crafting. Oh, what did it do? Hold on. You don't want to see the ceiling. Oh, back to me. Where did it go? Drop those down. Here we go. Telescope it down so you're closer to the project. Oh, not that close. Still learning my stand a little bit. Oh, slide it out. There we go. Sorry. All right, I'll move the paper and such so we can be in line. Okay, we're using this Dove Nourishing Body Cream, and we're going to make a box for it. So how you start out is because our grid paper is so wonderful, it has a ruler on the bottom of it. So I put it over here in the corner, and I know that it is about 3 1/4. So what I did is 3 1/4, and then I measured the side. It's about 1 inch. So 1 inch, because I know the box is going to have to come up 1 inch in the front and 1 inch in the back. So 3 1/4 and 3. I'm not describing this very well. So if we start here, it's going to have to come a 1 inch here to cover it. And then across the bottom is 3 1/4. And then another inch here in the back to pull it up. 3 1/4 across the top. And then if I want to tuck it in, I need another 1 inch. So that's how I wound up with this 9 1/2 inch number. Now to go from side to side, I know 1 inch, 3 1/4 across, and 1 inch. So when I cut my first piece of paper, I forgot that I needed the extra 1 inch to tuck. So you can see that I don't have enough. So let's cut our next piece of paper. Pull in our paper trimmer. So we need 9 1/2 inches. Open this arm out. Cut it at 9 1/2. And then we need it at 5 1/4. Slide it back in sight so you can see where the measurements are. I always like to start, when I'm cutting, I like to start at the bottom so that it pushes up against here so that it holds it nice and straight. So 5 1/4. Those are extras. So now I know that across the 5 1/4 side, I know that I'm going to leave that up there. That's cutting. I don't want to cut anymore. I need to score it at 1 inch. And I'm going to just turn it around and score it again at 1 inch. The nice thing about this paper trimmer is that it has 1 inch over here and over here, so that I know that I have a nice big flat space to hold it. So that's got my 3 1/4 right in the middle. So my long sides are scored. So now let's score, I guess the short side is the better way to say that. So now let's score across the length of it. So we know we need to score 1 inch from this end. Make sure that's on 1. It is. And then we need to score at 4 1/4 because we need to allow for that, so that we have a 4 1/4 box, or a 3 1/4 inch box inside. And then score again at 5 1/4, so that we only have 1 inch right here. And then we score 1 inch from this end. And that, my friends, should have our box. I'm going to scoot that across the top. And now I'm going to trim our box so that we can fold it. So I'm going to cut with my scissors up to that score line. I tend on this one to cut there, and then this I do it at a little angle so that it just gives it a little, like a little shim, so that it will tuck in a little easier, is the best way to say that. So up to the first score line, and I'm going to do that on all of these. And it doesn't have to be big, but you want it big enough so that it will fold and tuck in without bulging. And you can fold your score lines first. Let me show you that. So I'm going to do, so that'll also make it easier to see. Yellow is kind of hard to see on the table, on the camera. And one more. Actually, this is Daffodil Delight. So now we need to cut along these. figure since Mother's Day is coming up, I needed to have get this cream ready for my craft fair, and that'll give our attendees a few different little things to choose from, and this little gift box makes it perfect for gifting. So now I'm going to tuck that right there. I'm going to use my Tombow. You could use Tombow, you can use tear and tape, would hold it very well as well. So for this, just going to put a little Tombow on both of these tabs. Not too much so that it gushes out, but enough so that it holds it square. That card technique, I didn't know it really had a name, but I was looking on Pinterest and then I saw people talking about it and it's like, oh, I guess it does. So put some glue on those tabs, pinch them tight. Put a little glue here. Spread that out a little bit. And you can use a round punch to notch that. Let me grab one. Actually, I just grabbed an oval punch. That's too deep. That's too big. Time to break out my old whale tail punches. And then that way people can have a little place to put their thumb so you can notch it. All right, so we got that done. Let's grab some Designer Series paper and decorate our box. Going to use that piece. So I know that this is 3 1/4, so I'm going to cut it 3 by 3. Cut 2 of them, one for the top and one for the bottom. Very pretty. And that gives us a nice little border around it. Let's put it on the bottom one first. There's our measurements for our box, but I'll put those in our description too. always like to have my silicone mat laying there because sometimes my adhesive doesn't want to take off rolling, and it's just easier to have it instead of having to hunt for it. So this is the front of my box. Since my paper is kind of directional, I'll have it facing me. All right. Put one of my lotions in there. All right, now let's get some of the ribbon that goes with that. Just a moment. I'm going to use soft succulent. That designer series paper is hand pinned, and I believe it is already sold out. It's on the last chance because it is retiring. And my bow is not the best. Let me try that again. But I figure that makes like a little spring box. So all right. And since I have some, I need to use it. There, that bow looks a little better. And then it can be slid off so you can see what's inside. There we go. So there's you a cute little idea. And you could put a tag on there, or you can tuck a little card that's soft enough you could fold it and write if you wanted to. But there you go. There's our project for tonight. I will include these measurements, and I can tell you that that is it says 75 milliliters or 2.5 fluid ounces of Dove Nourishing Body Cream. I think I got that at one of the little dollar stores. So I'll be popping out 5 more of those little boxes this evening and getting those ready to go for the craft fair. So have a good night, and I will pop on here again Monday. So don't forget, last chance items are only available through May 1st, May 2nd. The new cut, oh, wait, I'm sure it's May 1st. And then my catalog launch is from 11 to 1 on May the 7th. My craft fair is at Carnes High School on April the 30th from 10 until 3. And my next card class is on May 21st from 11 until 1. So have a great week, and I hope to see you again. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.